and today we are going to discuss problems from the Codechef Starters 149 division 3, and this is the third problem. Okay, so let us see the question. So you are given an array A of length n. You can perform the following operation on the given array any number of times, possibly 0. Okay, so what is that operation? So the operation is you can choose any two indices from the given array and you can multiply those two values with -1. Okay, let's say this is -9 and this is -7. If you multiply this with -1, what will happen? It will become a +9 and this will become a +7, right? Basic maths. So the question is, find the maximum possible sum of the given array after performing all these operations. Okay, on this array you can perform this operation one time or any number of times or possibly 0, but you need to return maximum possible sum. Okay, so let us see the test cases. In the given array you have 1, 0, 3 and 3. First think, when should we perform that operation? When there are negative values. When there are negative values, and if there are negative values, you can turn them into positive and you can get a better maximum sum. But here all the values are positive. Do I need to perform that operation? No. Then what is the maximum possible sum that I can get from here? Exactly 7. Now let us see the second test case. -3, 4, 6, 2 and -1. So what should we do here? What should we do here? First of all, what is the sum that you get here? -3 plus 4 is nothing but 1, 7, 8, 9. The overall sum is 8. Can you do that operation and get a better sum than 8? If yes, how? I can simply select -3 and -1. Multiply these two values with -1, right? So I will get this as +3 and this as +1. Now what is the sum that I get? 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 is 13, 15, 16 is my new answer. Then I can simply return this answer, right? So here my answer is 16. Now what about third test case? Here -1, 3, 4. If you see here, I have to select two unique indices and perform that operation. But if you see here, if I perform the operation on these two indices, what will I get? This is 1, this is -3 and this is 4. The sum is 2, right? If I select these two indices, what will be the values? 1, 3, -4. This becomes 0. And if I select these two values, I will get all the negative values only. Again, I will get less than 0 value. So here, if I perform even a single operation, I will get a value that is already less than my existing subarray sum. Here the subarray sum is 6. If you perform that operation, you will get a value which is less than this 6, less than 6. So here performing no operation is better than performing an operation. Okay, so here I can simply return this 6. Okay, so this is the question. I think you got the logic by now. It all depends on the negative values, but there are some conditions. Okay, so let's see. Again, let us make some observations by generating few arrays. Let us say I have something like -10, 4, -6 and 2, 8. If I have this, then what will you do? How many negative elements are there in the given array? There are 2 negative elements, right? Then what will I do? I will simply pick -10, pick -6 and make them as positive, which is nothing but multiply them with -1. This one turns out to be +10, this one turns out to be +6. And here positive with positive, like all the elements are positive now. Hence you will get a better maximum subarray sum, right? Like what is the sum here? 14, 20, 28, 30. 30 is the best answer for this array, right? So Now let us see the second test case. Okay. Now let us see the second test case. Let's say I have minus 10, 4, minus 6, minus 2, and then minus 8. Here what can you do? I can simply pick minus 10, minus 6 and make them as positive. I can simply pick minus 2, minus 8 and make them as positive. Again I will get the same sum, which is 30, right? How many negative elements are there in the second observation, in the second array? There are 4 negative elements, right? Okay, now let us see the third one. Let's say the same array, I have minus 10, minus 4, minus 6, 2 and minus 8. Not minus 8, plus 8. Okay. So for this third array, what is the maximum possible sum that you can get? So here if you see, okay, this is, if I select this value, which gives me a plus 10. Plus 10 is very big value, right? And the same thing here as well, minus 6. Minus 6, if I do the operation on these two values, I will get plus 10, I will get plus 6, which are big values. Okay, so can I say that my answer is nothing but 10 plus of minus 4 is nothing but 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 8 is nothing but 20. Can I say this is my best answer? Yes or no? Is there any other way? First, try to think, can we somehow make this minus 4 as a positive? If yes, how? One thing is for sure, if you select one value, then you have to select another value as well. Okay, so again, how many negative elements are there in the third array? There are 3 negative elements. So do you see anything from the first 3 arrays? Here we have 2 negative elements, even. Here we have 4 negative elements, even number of elements, even number of negative elements. Here we have odd number of negative elements. So out of 3, 2 are fixed, they are done. But with the last one, you need to know, should I make this as a positive? Yes or no? If I make this as positive, will I get a better sum than 20? Okay, that is first question. Second, if you want to make this as positive, then what is the next value? If this is I, what is j here? Which value are you going to make a negative? Make it as negative or positive? What is j is going to be here? Okay. So if you see, can I simply select minus 4 and then 2? If I do this operation, I will make this as plus 4 and I will make this as minus 2. Now what is the sum? 10 plus 4 is 14, 14 plus 6 is 20, 20 plus 8, 28, 28 minus 2 is nothing but 26. So can I simply turn 26 as my best answer? Yes. Is there any better answer than 26? There is definitely no. So if you see here, in the given array, we made minus 10 as positive, we made minus 4 as positive, we made minus 6 as positive. But why did we made positive 2 as negative? What is the reason behind it? If you see, let us assume we don't have negative values. Let us assume we have positive only. 10, 4, 6, 2 and 8. What is the sum of this array? Let us assume the sum is 16 plus 4, 20, 28, 30. The sum is 30. If I ask you to remove one element such that the maximum sum should be a very little than from the existing sum. Okay, let us assume this as x. I want you to find the sum y where the difference between x and y is very small. Okay, and the operation is you can delete only one element. What is that one element is going to be? Obviously the minimum value in the given array, right? Because if you delete the minimum value, then you will get the difference as very small as possible, right? That is the same intuition we are using here as well. We are making the negatives into positives, and if there is one more negative pending, if there is one more negative value, but this value, if I make this as positive and if I make the positive value as negative, the difference is 2, which is it is worth it, right? I gain +2 from doing this operation, so I will proceed with this. Okay, so the overall question is, the overall logic is, if there are even number of negatives, then it's fine. We can simply make all the numbers as positive, return the sum. But if there are odd number of elements, then I will simply make the minimum value as negative and remaining all as positive. Done. Now let us try to write the code for this. So let us write the code for this. First we have number of test cases. Simply take the number of test cases and iterate on it. Next we have an array of size n. Declare an array of size n. Get all the elements from the to the input. Okay. Now what you need to do is simply iterate on the given array. For loop I is equal to 0, I less than n. Count how many negative number elements, how many negative values are there in the given array. If array of I is less than 0, okay, then I am gonna simply increment my count. Before this, I need to declare my count number. Okay, and once you count, what you will do is, okay, you will do the counting part, as well as you will make that value to positive. -1 into array of I. Okay, now if the count modulo 2 is equal to 0, which means if there are even number of negative elements, then you will pick the negative elements and make them as positive, which is nothing but at the end you will have all the positive elements. So what will I do? I will simply iterate on the given array and I will get the sum. Sum plus is equal to array of I. Before this, I need to declare the sum variable. Okay, and here I can simply see out sum. But let's say there are odd number of negative elements. If that is the case, then what I will do, I will sort the given array. Okay, and then I will make the first element, the smallest element, as negative. Okay, and then I will iterate on the given array. I less than n, I plus plus, sum plus equal to array of I, and then see out sum. That's it. And if you run the code, you should be expecting 7, 16, 6. Let us see. Okay, one test case got failed. Let us see. Okay, since the n value is 10 to the power of 5, we should not use int here. We have to use long int. Okay, so let us submit. The code got submitted. Yeah guys, so that's it for the video. I hope you like it, and please do follow, like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And if you want to explore more topics on DSA, there is a 3 months smart coder course. I will drop you the link in the description. You can go there and explore our curriculum. If you want, you can simply join them. Yep.